Here we are out in the woods to actually test the V10 versus the V10F, and the first test we have got is a race. So I'm going to do it twice on each machine, and we're going to head off, and I'm not sure exact distance of the route, we'll find out in a second. It's about 3 miles. So I'm going to go out in the V10 first, do the route, see how long it takes to do the route, and it's going to be pushing hard, so as fast as I can possibly go to my ability. And then I'll get on the V10F and do the exact same route again, see what the time was, and then do it again on both machines, just so we get an accurate result. Just trying to depict between V10 and V10F if there's any performance difference in the way the torque is handled, top speed, everything like that, and power output, to see which is the quickest. So test 1, quickest machine. Test 2 will be range test. So where does the V10F conk out and where does the V10F conk out? Obviously the V10F should go further because it's got a bigger battery. So we're just trying to weigh up the pros and cons of both machines. So if you're choosing between a V10 or V10F, hopefully this video will help you out. And for this, I need a full head helmet, which we wore on 1,000 miler. But when you're pushing things, I've got full armor on, gloves, full face helmet. Not something we recommend at all, pushing the units as hard as you can, but we're trying to test this to see at the very critical end of the scale where both machines perform best. Boom! With the V10, when you get up to the top speed, it's tilting you back. So I was on the foot plates a lot of the time, leaning into it as it was tilting me back. And it's did, all the way around. But that's the result, 8 minutes 55, 2.91 miles. So V10F now. Okay, here we go. Boom! Do you know what? V10F slower. 9:05. Definitely a slower machine. That V10 is, knew it as soon as I was going up here. I thought this isn't quite as quick, and it's 9:05, 10 seconds slower. Interesting result. Interesting result. I've done enough distance to unlock it, so I think it's up to 150 kilometers. It's locked. It's opened up the most power it'll give, which is theoretically more than the V10, and even so, it's slightly slower. One noticeable thing, the battery hasn't gone down as much as the V10, so that one actually lost a bar off the top, and on these there's no bar lost. So on the V10F it just shows a full set basically. So it's a thumbs up for battery life, and it's essentially the same speed but 10 seconds slower in total. And I pushed that. This was beeping the whole time. So yeah, I'm not going to get any more out of this, that's for sure. I will do another run, but it's hardly worth it because I can't do any more than I possibly can on either of those two, because they're beeping the whole time. So yeah, right, let's get these other two runs out of the way and just test them quickly and see what result it gives, is it the same or not. I'm off. Oh, big crash, big crash. I survived. Hope I got on my GoPro. Hope I got on the GoPro. That was not a cut off. Not a cut off. Oh, I got a bit of impact damage to my shoulders. Get back on the horse. Oh, that hurt. Right, that was not a cut off. That was a hidden stone. Ow. Yowie. One of the risks there for you, boys and girls, of why you don't ride fast. You don't practically ride fast. Oh, my wrist. But hit some dirt as well. Ow, 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 ow. Oh. Back on it. Had a small accident. Wow, so hopefully, as you've seen, slight accident on that route. Taking into account the accident, I got basically the same time again on the V10F. So I'm not going to go back out on the V10 because, as I said before, going fast is stupid. It's a mugs game, going fast. So I advise you not to do it. You literally got no reserve left. So like that, usually a bump, you hit a bump, you can get out of it if you've got some more in the tank, as it were. But when you're at the peak of it, there's nothing. Wasn't a board shot out, which is nice. But I'm now covered in dirt. I'm not sure if I hit my helmet or not, but survived it because I got armour on, so I think I would have really hurt myself otherwise. I'm not sure if my head hit the ground. I think I kept my head up, probably trying to protect the GoPro. Yeah, I kept my head up, got bits of splatters of dirt on there, but that's about it. So anyway, so that's the times they do. So that section of it is over. Probably start testing more wheels here for the lap times and put them on a board. So they're pretty much the same, but the V10 just has the edge on the V10F in terms of speed. And you're talking a course which is obviously starting straight away uphill, which you should be able to see. And you've got downhill, you've got mud, you've got grass, you've got pretty much everything in it. So it's a mixture, it's a good mixture of track. So yeah, there we go. And when you hit the ground at 25-ish miles an hour, the machine stands up to it. So that's quite good. Didn't fall to pieces, didn't break anything. So all good. Onwards and upwards. Range test next.